It was a lovely sunny day and Jake was in his tiki hideout. He was looking through his magical telescope when he noticed some chocolate treasure on the island. "Wow!" he remarked. He was given permission to collect the chocolate from the locals, and he called Percy to see if he would like to help. He didn't notice Captain Hook had spotted him from his ship. Percy arrived very excited about their treasure hunt, and off they went. They soon came to the first chocolate treasure. Jake pushed it onto Percy's truck and off they went back to the hideout to open it. "What's going on here?" wondered Captain Hook, and he watched what was happening through his telescope. "It's chocolate treasure. Interesting. I would like that for myself." "It's Stuart inside. He's rare. That does it. I'm stealing that treasure for myself." While Jake was climbing aboard Percy to collect another piece of treasure, Captain Hook was busy getting into his boat to row to Jake's hideout. He very sneakily took Stuart, popped him into his chest, and hid behind some trees to wait for Jake's return. Jake and Percy picked up the second piece of treasure and headed back to the hideout, unaware that Captain Hook was watching them from behind the trees. Jake carried the treasure to the front of the hideout. "Where's Stuart gone?" he wondered. "Oh well, I'm sure he'll turn up." And he began to open the treasure. Inside was Pete. When Jake hopped back onto Percy and left for some more treasure, Captain Hook grabbed Pete and also put him in the chest. "Ha ha, this is too easy," he chuckled. Meanwhile, Jake was on his way to the third treasure piece. He picked up the pepper treasure and put it into Percy's truck. "Back to the hideout, Percy," he cried. "Right away," smiled Percy. Jake positioned the treasure by the hideout. "Wait a minute," he cried. "Stuart, and now Pete's disappeared. This is very strange." He continued to open the treasure. Inside was Grandpa Pig. "Let's get some more," cried Jake to Percy, and off they went. "Grandpa Pig," smiled Captain Hook. "Yes, I'll take him." And he put him into the chest. Percy found the fourth piece of treasure, and Jake popped it into the truck. They returned to the hideout, but Jake couldn't see the other pieces of treasure anywhere. What's happened to them? He wondered. I'll have a good look later, but meanwhile I'll just see what we have here. Inside was joy. Jake then went to find the last piece of treasure. Captain Hook couldn't believe his luck. "Another great piece," he exclaimed. His chest was getting quite full now. The last piece of treasure was pushed onto the truck and off they went. Once again, Jake looked for the missing treasure and then carried on opening his last piece. Inside was bones. Jake then went to Percy to thank him for all his help. What he didn't realise was that Captain Hook had sneaked up and stolen Bones right behind him. He put Bones into the chest and heaved the chest onto his boat. Captain Hook then started rowing to his ship. Jake couldn't believe his eyes when he saw Bones had vanished. "Someone is obviously stealing my treasure. I'll climb up my lookout tower to see if I can see anything." "It's Captain Hook," he shouted, "with all my treasure. He's not going to get away with this." And he flew down his slide and got into his own rowing boat. Captain Hook didn't notice that Jake was after him, and he didn't hear Jake coming up behind him. "This is for stealing my treasure," he cried, and pushed Captain Hook into the water. "Serves you right," he said, "and now I'll take my treasure back to where it belongs." Thanks for watching our video. Here's another one you may have missed.